previous class we learned about what is constructor and how it is declared in the program and how it is used in the program, and constructors are used to initialize the objects of a class when objects are created related to the class. Yes, there are three types of constructors, namely default constructor, parameterized constructor, copy constructor. Okay, in today's class we will learn about default constructor. A constructor which does not accept any argument is called zero argument constructor. It is also called as default constructor. A constructor which does not accept any argument is called default constructor. The default constructors are useful when objects of a class are created without having to type initial values. And the default constructor simply allocates memory to data members of objects. And for every object created, this default constructor automatically called. All objects of a class are initialized to a set of values. This is done by using default constructor. If different objects are to be initialized with different values, it cannot be done using default constructors. These are the restrictions while using the default constructors. The default constructors simply allocates the memory locations to data members of object, and for every object creation the default constructor automatically called, and for all objects of a class are created, it sets same set of values, and if different objects are initialized with different values, it cannot be done using default constructor. And here we follow a syntax to declare a default constructor in program. Simply the class name, then beginning flower bracket, then it has a executable statement or initialization of object, then it ends the constructor. And here the constructor is declared with zero argument. Zero argument means the constructor which does not accept any argument. Yes, this is called as default constructor, and the constructor is declared as the same name of the class name. Therefore, in syntax we take up the class name, then zero argument, then beginning and end of the constructor. For example, to show initialization of an object using default constructor, here first we have to include three header files: iostream.h, onio.h, iomanic.h, to include input, output devices to the program, and execute the consolidated input statement and consolidated output statement, and manipulate the manipulators which are used in the program. And next, the class X is created, and in private section A and B, two data members are declared with the data type integer, and these two data members have access inside the class, not outside the class, because its access specifier is private. In public section, default constructor is created using the same class name, that is X. Here zero argument is there, so it is called as default constructor. And in the next statement, A value is initialized with the value 10, B is initialized with the value 20. And one more member function is declared and defined inside the class, that is void display. Here in this member function we are going to display a and B value using the consolidated output statement A, then set W of 5, B. The set W is a manipulator function which sets the width value per given size. program, and it executes the following statements. In this member function, we have one statement, that is cout A set value of 5 B. Yes. In output, it displays A value. The A value is 10. Then set value of 5. It sets bit value 5. 5 means it gives 5 character of spaces in between A and B value. Then it gives 5 character spaces. Then it displays B value, that is 20. So it is called when this statement is read, then the default constructor X is automatically called and it reads the A value as 10 and B value as 20, and using this statement and displays A value 10 and B value 20. And then it ends this member function, that is display. Then again goes to the main function, and next statement obj to display using second object one more time. The member function display is called. Again the control statement connect to the display function and executes the following statements. Cout A B. When this statement executed, then the default constructor X is automatically called and it reads the A value 10 and B value 20, and using these values it displays A value as 10, B value as 20. In between it gives the 5 character spaces. Yes, and this member function ends and come back to the main function. Then it gets the character values to the output screen. Then it ends the program. And this is the final output of this program. Yes, when the objects of a class are created, at that time the default constructor automatically called, okay, is called default constructor without having any argument. Next, one more program to display n natural numbers using the class default constructor. To write this program, first we have to include preprocessing directives, that is 3 header files, iostring.h, conio.h, iovanim.h, say to include or to connect input and output devices to the program file, and to execute consolidated input statement and consolidated output statement and manipulate the manipulators which are used in the program. Next, it creates a class number, and in private section one data number is declared with the data type integer, that is n. In public section default constructor is created using the class name number. Here 0 argument are passed, means this is a default constructor, and n is initialized with value 0. Then 2 data numbers are used, read data to read the input limit value, and display member function to display the natural numbers. Then in main function one object is created n1 using class number. Then using that object 2 member functions are called, read data and display. Then main function ends. Okay, we'll start program execution from main function. n1 object is created using class number, and next n1 dot read data. Here the member function read data is called. Then the control statement connected to the read data member function where it is defined in the program. Yes, it is defined inside the class. Then void read data. Next, the executable statement, it has enter the input limit. First it executes the statement enter the input limit. Then the manipulator NL is used. Then the control statement goes to the next line. Then it accepts the input suppose you given the input limit value 5, then n value is written as 5. Next, it ends the read data member function and again goes to the void main function, and the next statement n1 dot display statement is executed. Then here the display member function is called using object n1. Then the control statement directly connects to the display member function. It is defined inside the class and it contains one looping statement, that is for with initialization value, condition value and increment value. Next, it contains cout statement to display natural numbers using I. Okay, go to the for loop. For I is equal to 1. I is equal to 1. I is less than is equal to n. I value is 1. 1 is less than is equal to n value is 5. Yes, 1 is less than 5. Then it displays the n natural numbers. N natural numbers is equal to I1. Next, I is incremented by 1. Now it is 2. 2 is less than is equal to 5. Yes, it is less than 5. Then again it prints the I value 2. Here given the slash t means it gives tab space in between the data values while displaying. Next, I value is incremented by again I is equal to 3. 3 is less than is equal to 5. Yes, it is less than 5. Then it displays the I value 3. Next, again I is incremented by 1. Now I is 4. 4 is less than 5. Yes, it is less than 5. Then again displays the I value 4. Next, again I is incremented by 1. Now I is 5. 5 is less than is equal to 5. It is not less than 5, but it is equivalent to 5. Then it displays I value 5. Next, again I is incremented by 1. Now it is 6. 6 is not less than 5 and even not equivalent to 5. Then this condition becomes false. Then it ends the for loop and it displays the n natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 using the I value with tab space and ends the display member function and ends the class and goes to the main function, and the next statement is getCH function is declared. It gets the output characters to the screen and program execution ends. This is the final output of this program. Enter the input limit 5, then it displays natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 using the for loop with initializing I value as 1 and taking the condition I less than is equal to n. N is input limit value and incrementing the I value. When this looping structure or statement is executing, at that time the number constructor, that is default constructor, is automatically called for every object of class are created. Here the n1 is an object, and when this object is created using class number, the default constructor number is called automatically. Okay, this is how we use a default constructor in program to initialize the object with the same set of values, not different values.